Hey guys, Brandon here, coming at you with another MLB The Show video. Today we're going to be talking about the third inning rewards, and then we're just going to be going through all the rewards and telling you guys what I think the best reward for each one's going to go for. Obviously, it's going to vary person from person, but there's some that are some clear favorites, so I feel like I'd go over my thoughts and opinions on that. So it's not just the big ones, but everything inside the path. So let's jump into this one. So third inning program. You start off with the gold equipment item. It's going to be random for everybody, and you don't get a choice until, I guess this is 100. So 100, you get to choose one of 5 gold players. Those players being Tony Watson, Michael Taylor, Hunter Strickland, Justin Smoke, and Marco Estrada. Alright. So off the bat, if you don't really have any lefties in your bullpen, might be best to take Tony Watson. Don't quite remember if he was from something else too. I don't know if he's in my bullpen or not. No, it was Brett Cecil. Okay. Alright, yep, so if you don't have enough lefties in your bullpen, I'd go for that. But obviously there's some gold lefties you can get if you don't want to waste it on Tony Watson. His price should go down anyways, since everybody's getting these. About down to 1,000 probably. Well, I guess that's the same for all these people if you need somebody. But next, talk about Michael Taylor. Nothing really great here. He's a mediocre hitter, low vision for the high of contact that he has. Fielding's decent, speed's decent. I feel like with outfielders you can do a whole lot better than him. Hunter Strickland throws pretty hard. Only an 82 though, so I don't know if I'd go for him. Now we got the two people. We got Justin Smoke, diamond hitting. If you need somebody who can be a bat off the bench, he's a switch hitter. I would use him as a bench bat and not necessarily, I mean, he's not bad with 74 fielding at first base if you actually do need a first baseman. But, so Justin Smoke's easily a good option. But then Marco Estrada at 84 overall. If your starting pitchers aren't quite in tune yet, maybe you pick up Marco Estrada, being that he has 5 pitches. The worst thing he's got is his home run 9 right there. He's got a pretty decent change of speed, about 12 miles an hour. So I'd either go with Justin Smoke or Marco Estrada, unless any of these other people fill your needs for your team. That's what I'd go with in the first one. Got something new. We got a diamond pack at 200. Everything up to that's not anything choice-wise, so 200 diamond choice. Brandon Morrow, Zach Cozart, David Price, Reggie Jackson. So if you've made it this far, Brandon Morrow's stats, he's a 3-pitch Willie. He's got everything good, obviously, for a bullpen player. Got Zach Cozart, he's a shortstop only. That's all I gotta say about him. David Price, left-handed starting pitcher, 5 pitches. Good stats across the board. And then Reggie Jackson, center field, right field, left field. We'll start with Brandon Morrow. So with him, 3 pitches. At this point, you might already have a good right-handed lineup in your bullpen and may not need him, especially since he's got only 3 pitches. He does have good stats, though, so I think he's a viable option. Zach Cozart, if you don't have a good shortstop, he's probably one to pick up. He's got pretty good vision, pretty good everything hitting-wise. He plays solid in the field, so I don't see how you could really go wrong with that. So if you need a relief pitcher, obviously, Brandon Morrow. If you need a shortstop, really, Zach Cozart. So if you had the issues with your starting pitchers like you do now, what did I even say? If you do have issues with your starting pitcher like you did in that last one, so you could always pick up David Price. He's pretty middle of the road for starting pitchers. He's got about a 20-mile-an-hour difference between that and his slowest pitch. So if you're looking to change some speeds on people, he'd be a good option. A lot of pitches, left-handed starting pitcher. He could be worth it for your team. And then Reggie Jackson. I just don't see this guy fitting in. He might be the highest overall guy, but there's so many good outfielders in this. I guess if outfield's your need, you can pick him up, but I wouldn't recommend him. As for these guys, you can always just pick up the one. I think they all sell. The one that sells for the most, which they should all sell about the same, but if you can get a few thousand more stubs out of one of them, I'd do that. But for the most part, just Morrow, Cozart, or Price, depending on what your team needs are. Let me go check and make sure they're actually sellable real quick. Yeah, so like 13,000 right now. They'll go way down, so if you can get that early enough, that's really good. So after the diamond pack, the next thing we got, not a choice. I think this might be it for it anyway. So we got the third inning, choose one of three. You guys know this one. We got the big three, 99 overalls for all of them, all signature cards. So, where do we begin? Obviously with the first guy, Roberto Alomar. He's got great contact. You might not think his power is great, but when you got a guy with almost 80 power, it's still good. It just looks a lot worse compared to his like 120 vision you're sitting next to. Switch hitting bat. Roberto Alomar should be a great second baseman, great bunter. He's fast. He's great at fielding. This is going to be the personal one that I go with, but that bias aside, I feel like he's great. A great option. We got Justin Verlander. Verlander, another 99 overall starting pitcher. If you're not going to get all three of the people and you need a starting pitcher, you can get Verlander if you didn't already get like Kershaw. Or if you're just going to go for all 99 overalls, you can always get Kershaw. So Verlander, another 99 overall. He'll really hold down the game for you. You can probably, with the 20-mile-an-hour difference again on his pitches, you could probably just pitch him the entire game if you want. 114 stamina. Don't see where you could go wrong with any of these choices, obviously. So then we got Ricky Henderson. He's got a little bit more power, a little bit more contact than Alomar. Vision's about the same. Discipline, just checking swings. His bunt's worse. My apologies. His fielding's worse a little bit. His speed's a lot better. Personally, I'm going to get all three of them. I always get all three of them. But for me, oh, he's Illinois born too. Oh man, can't let him go now. I'm just kidding. We're going to go for Roberto Alomar for me. If you come over here to my team, you can see that my biggest deficiencies are in the middle infield and first base, I'd say. I just don't see, obviously I can replace one of these guys, but Ichiro just has enough power to just drop the ball out of the infield. That's who I'd probably be replacing, since Andrew Jones is my three-hitter and he's got so much power, unless I can get like Frank Thomas or something at first base, which I will later, but I just wouldn't have a three-hitter if I got rid of Andrew Jones. Ichiro, I really like him. It seems like the people with like this amount of power are the ones that just line out to center field and stuff like that. So while Ricky Henderson's super fast, super good, and I'm going to get them all, and I'm going to have to replace Ichiro or Andrew Jones anyway, I'm I'm going to start off with Roberto Alomar, being that second base is one of my weakest positions and probably most people's weakest positions unless you made your create a player there. Then I would have recommended doing all the positions for your created player, which I did, except for all of them aren't 89. I have yet to get another good catcher anyways. My next good catcher is myself again, and then a gold, so I'm fine with my guy at catcher for right now. But yeah, I don't think Alomar plays any position besides second base, so it's not like I can switch him out at shortstop. So, again. So what we're going to go with is Roberto Alomar, second base. I'm going to replace Ichiro in left with Ricky. And then add to my starting rotation by putting Verlander. I don't know if for my next gold pack, guess we'll talk about that too. Did I say gold pack? My next diamond, I don't know how soon it comes. 80. I don't know if I should get Ralph Kiner as a bat off the bench, because he's just not good at fielding and everything. Or do I have Ichiro, Matt Kemp, a bat off the bench. Potentially could be even a player for me. Got Allen. Allen could play shortstop for me instead of Javi. Javi's got obviously more power, but Allen's got that diamond fielding and everything, so I could pick him up. Johnny Bench at catcher. He's obviously great, but my creative player's there. I can always move my creative player to shortstop instead of Allen, which is, I might do that. But the contact's pretty low for him. Vision's pretty good, though. I just don't know about this Johnny Bench. So Allen, Johnny, or Nolan Ryan I'm feeling. Nolan Ryan, just going to be inaccurate. I think I can get 99 overall starting pitchers without Nolan Ryan. So I think I'm either going to go with Johnny Bench. Plays a lot of positions. Man, he's just so good at fielding. I'm going to have to do some thinking between Johnny Bench and Allen. If you guys have any suggestions for me, actually, you can leave those below. But hope you guys enjoyed my opinions on the third inning program, but who you should get with them. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Let me know if you need to see something in it. I don't think I talked about it at the beginning like I was supposed to. Thought about it, but I guess I didn't talk about it because I don't remember saying anything. Today is going to be the last day to join the tournament. I'm going to make the bracket tonight, so if you want to join my open tournament, free to play, just trying it out for right now. We might do prizes with a future tournament. If you do want to join, just leave your name below or add Brandon Luttrell on PlayStation, and I'll put you in, but right before the deadline. If not, just consider subscribing for more stub making methods, any more video. We got daily videos, and I'll catch you guys in the